The bee is one of the oldest companions of flowering plants and one of the most influential animals on Earth. Long before humans cultivated fields or built cities, bees were already shaping landscapes through a quiet and precise partnership with plants. Their story is not one of dominance or force, but of cooperation, memory, and balance. To understand the bee is to understand how fragile and interconnected life on this planet truly is. Bees evolved more than 100 million years ago, alongside the first flowering plants. This timing was not a coincidence. Flowers needed a way to spread pollen efficiently, and bees provided the perfect solution. In return, flowers offered nectar and pollen as food. Over time, this relationship became so refined that many plants can no longer reproduce without bees. What began as a simple exchange evolved into one of the most important biological alliances in Earth's history. Physically, bees are designed for their role with remarkable precision. Their bodies are covered in tiny branched hairs that trap pollen as they move from flower to flower. Their legs are equipped with specialized structures known as pollen baskets, allowing them to transport food back to the hive. Their wings beat at extraordinary speeds, enabling agile flight and long-distance travel despite their small size. Every detail serves a purpose, refined through countless generations. The intelligence of bees often surprises those who study them. Though their brains are small, bees are capable of learning, remembering, and making decisions. They can recognize patterns, differentiate colors, and even understand basic numerical concepts. Bees communicate complex information through movement, most famously through the waggle dance. With this dance, a bee can tell others the exact direction and distance of a food source relative to the sun. It is a language of motion, precise and efficient, spoken in darkness inside the hive. Social structure is at the heart of bee life. Most well-known bees live in highly organized colonies built around cooperation rather than individuality. Each bee has a role. The queen lays eggs and maintains the chemical stability of the hive. Workers forage, build, clean, defend, and care for the young. Drones exist solely for reproduction. No single bee understands the entire system, yet together they create a functioning society that adapts to changing conditions. The hive itself is a living structure. Temperature is regulated carefully, airflow is controlled, and resources are stored with foresight. When danger approaches, bees respond collectively. When food is scarce, they ration. When the colony grows too large, they divide, ensuring survival through expansion rather than collapse. This level of coordination emerges not from leadership, but from shared signals and instinctive responses shaped by evolution. Diet and survival strategies vary among bee species, but pollen and nectar remain central. Nectar provides energy, while pollen supplies protein and nutrients. Through foraging, bees inadvertently perform pollination, transferring pollen between flowers and enabling plants to produce seeds and fruit. This process supports not only wild ecosystems but also agriculture. A significant portion of the world's food supply depends directly on bee pollination. Despite their importance, bees face numerous threats. Habitat loss reduces access to flowering plants. Pesticides interfere with the nervous systems, impairing navigation and memory. Climate change disrupts flowering cycles, separating bees from the plants they depend on. Parasites and diseases spread more easily in stressed populations. These pressures combine, creating declines that ripple through entire ecosystems. Predators exist, from birds to insects, but these are natural challenges bees have faced for millions of years. The current crisis is different. It is rapid, widespread, and driven largely by human activity. When bees disappear from an environment, the effects are immediate. Plant reproduction declines, food webs weaken, biodiversity drops. The absence of bees is not subtle. It is measurable and alarming. Reproduction in bees is tightly linked to colony health. The queen's ability to produce eggs depends on resources and environmental stability. When conditions deteriorate, reproduction slows, and colonies weaken. New queens are raised only under specific circumstances, and their success determines the future of the hive. This delicate process reflects how closely bee survival is tied to environmental balance. Human interaction with bees has a long and complex history. For thousands of years, humans have harvested honey, wax, and other products from bees. In many cultures, bees symbolize diligence, harmony, and resilience. Modern agriculture, however, often treats bees as tools rather than partners, transporting them across vast distances to pollinate crops. This practice places additional stress on already vulnerable populations. Conservation efforts now recognize the necessity of protecting bees not only for nature, but for humanity itself. Preserving wild habitats, reducing chemical use, and supporting diverse plant life are essential steps. Bees do not need advanced technology to survive. They need space, flowers, and stability. What they ask for is simple. What they provide is enormous. The bee matters because it connects worlds. It links soil to fruit, flower to seed, wilderness to farmland. Its presence signals health. Its absence warns of collapse. Though small and often overlooked, the bee carries the weight of ecosystems on its wings. In protecting bees, humans are not saving an insect. They are protecting the systems that sustain life itself.